Hey, here are 5 stupid things I've noticed about libertarianism. It's selfish. Libertarianism, like most political philosophies, is an old house with many rooms. For the purposes of this video, I'll be limiting myself to libertarianism as it is most commonly found in American politics today. Consequentialist, capitalist, and individualist in character. The defining characteristic of this form of libertarianism is selfishness. Libertarian thinkers and politicians, note the distinction, are capable of reciting some very impressive sounding rhetoric about individual liberty and freedom of association, but it all reduces to this: I want to be left alone, and I want things my own way. Just think how many resentful 5-year-olds are libertarians without even realizing it. It alienates people from the government. Libertarians have all sorts of ominous sounding ways of referring to the government: the beast, Big Brother, the state with the S capitalized to look extra totalitarian. Most, if not all, libertarians view the government as the enemy of the people. It's written and spoken of as though it were some malevolent alien that has attached itself to our civilization, from whose tentacly clutches we must all constantly struggle to escape. But the thing is, a constitutional, democratically empowered government, like the one we have in the United States, doesn't have to be the enemy of the people. It can actually be the most powerful and effective tool of the people. Unfortunately, most politicians with libertarian leanings seem like they would rather sabotage the government than work to make it better and more effective, which is really shitty to those of us who agree with Abraham Lincoln on the whole of, by, and for the people thing. It's anachronistic. Most of the major expansions and reforms of government that libertarians resent and wish to dismantle, the Federal Reserve, Social Security, Medicare, the Civil Rights Act, the Americans with Disabilities Act, etc., were brought about because there was a recognized need for them. Societies grow and evolve, and so do the needs and interests of their members. Even so, many libertarians often express a desire to roll things back to how they were once upon a time, in some cases all the way back to the day of the Founding Fathers. And this is perfectly understandable as I see it, because you would have to go back that far to find a point in American history where their ideas would have formed the basis of a sound political system rather than a failed and useless ideology. It puts on airs. I'm an atheist, and I know as well as anyone that we can be some condescending bastards when we want to be. But let me tell you something. When it comes to intolerable smugness, an atheist has got nothing on a libertarian. Unless the atheist in question happens to be a libertarian, which is not uncommon. Look, the point is this. Many libertarian politicians and commentators like to cultivate this image of intellectual superiority for themselves and their political philosophies. Unlike, say, liberals or non-libertarian conservatives, a libertarian roots his ideals firmly in the soil of reason. Libertarians are not swayed by appeals to emotions. They care not for what is popular or fashionable or empathetic or humane or fair or... Look, you get the idea. The point is they're above all that. Which brings me to the last stupid thing I'll mention about libertarianism. It's naive. Yes, besides being outdated and buffoonishly pompous, libertarianism is also inescapably naive, since it assumes that, given maximum personal and economic freedom, individuals would just sort of work out an ideal or at least improved society for themselves. Never mind that democratic government represents an attempt to do exactly that sort of thing. Suppose not everyone in this minimally governed free market society was all that ethical. Suppose, and I know this is hard to imagine, but bear with me, that those with the most wealth and resources decided that their private interests were more important than those of other individuals or of society as a whole. Libertarians will often caricature government in exactly this way, describing it as the powerful living off of the powerless with no concern for the welfare of those they exploit. And yet, the alternative that libertarians propose to this, which in their bitterness over having been born as members of a social species they perceive as tyranny at the hands of government, is something that amounts to tyranny at the hands of unaccountable magnates. Minimum government, maximum freedom to those who can afford it. The hardest part is only picking 5. Catch you next time.